He jests at stars that never felt a wound. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vesture livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady, oh, it is my love, oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all heaven, having some business, do entreat her eye to twinkle in their sphere till they return. What if her eye were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, as daylight doth a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright, that birds would sing and think of it not night. See how she leans her cheek on her hand. Oh, that I were love on that hand, that I might touch that cheek. Ay me. She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious as this night, beam'st over my head, as is a winged messenger of heaven, unto the white upturned wand and ringed eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him, when he bestrides the lazy puffing clouds and sails upon the bosom of air. Oh, Romeo, Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn, my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet. Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this? 'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself not a Montague? What's Montague? Is it nor hand nor foot, nor arm nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man? Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes. Without that title, Romeo, doff thy name, and for thy name which is not part of thee, take all myself. I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new, baptized henceforth. I never will be Romeo. What man art thou that thus bestrained in night so stumblest on my counsel? By a name. I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy of thee. Had I it written, I would tear the world. My ears have yet not drunk 100 words of thy tongue's utterings, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo, and a Montague? Neither, fair maid, if either thee dislike. How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high, and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art. If any of my kinsmen find thee here. With love's light wings did I overperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do, thou that dates love attempts. Therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me. If they do see thee, they will murder thee. Alack, there lies more peril in thine eyes than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity. I would not for the world they saw thee here. I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes, and but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate, than death parod waiting of thy love. By whose direction foundest thou out this place? By love that first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as the vast shore washed with the farthest sea, I should adventure for such merchandise. Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, Else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain would I dwell on form, faith, fain deny what I have spoke, but farewell compliment, dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say, aye, and I will take thy word. Yet, if thou swearest, thou mayst prove false at lovers' perjuries. They say love laughs. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost pronounce it faithfully, or thinkest I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perversed, and say thee nay, so thou wilt woo, but else not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayst think my behaviour light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more coin to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess, but that thou overhearest ere I was ware. My true love passion therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding to light love, which darkest night hath so discovered. Lady, by yonder blessed moon I vow, that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops. Oh, swear not by the moon, 'tis inconsistent moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thou love prove likewise variable. What shall I swear by? Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, and I'll believe thee. If my heart's dear love. Well, do not swear. Although I join thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash and unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which doth cease to be, ere one can say it lightens. Sweet good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when the next we meet. Good night, as sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast. Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied? What satisfaction canst thou have tonight? 'Tis exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine. I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet would it were to give again. Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love? But to be frank, and give it to thee again. And yet I wish before the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. Juliet! Oh, Juliet! Where art thou, Juliet? I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu! Anon, good nurse, sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little, I will come again. Oh, blessed, blessed night, I am afeard, being in night, all this is but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial. 3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honourable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow, by one that I'll procure, to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world. Madam, I come, anon, but if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee, Madam! By and by I come, to cease thy strife, and leave me with my grief. Tomorrow I will send. So thrive my soul! 1,000 times good night! 1,000 times the worst who wants thy light. Love goes forward, love as schoolboys from their books, but love from love towards school with heavy looks. Hist, Romeo, hist! Oh, for a falconer's voice to lure this tasseled gentle back again! Bondage is hoarse, and may not speak aloud, else I would tear the cave her echo lies, and make her airy tongue more hoarse than mine, with repetition of my Romeo's name. Romeo! It is my soul that calls upon my name. How silver sweet sound lovers' tongues by night, light softest music to attending ears. Romeo, My madame, what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee? By the hour of 9. I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I have forgotten why I did call thee back here. Let me stand here until thou remembers it. I shall forget to have thee still. Stand there remembering how I love thy company. And I'll still stay to have thee still forgetting any other home but this. 'Tis almost the morning that I would have thee gone, and yet no farther than a wanton's bird that lets it hop a little from her hand, like a poor prisoner in his twisted gyves, and with his silken thread plucks it back again, so loving, jealous of its liberty. I would I were thy bird. Sweet, so would I, and yet I should kill thee with much cherishing. Good night, parting is such sweet sorrow, that I have to say good night till be morrow. Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast. Would I were sleep and peace, so sweet to rest. Hence will I to my ghostly sire's close cell, his help to crave, and my dear hap to tell. And scene! Oh, sweet Mother Teresa on the hood of a Mercedes-Benz! That was as beautiful as a majestic freaking eagle! Hal Grammar! Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to Grammar Nazi, the segment where we analyze the writing to reach the goals of the proper writing master race. Today, we'll be analyzing some of the Shakespearean sayings in the classic Romeo and Juliet. So, let's get started. So, at one point in the play, Juliet utters the line, oh Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? Now, she's not asking where he is, like a lot of people assume. What she is actually asking is why he's called Romeo, and is this a Montague, essentially asking why he remains part of his family. At another part, Romeo says, call me but love, and I'll be baptized henceforth. I never will be Romeo. This is related to the previous phrase. He doesn't mean he'll actually be baptized like in church. He means that he will find a new name to separate himself from his family, that him and Juliet can get married without gripes. Another example is bent of love, meaning somebody's intentions with regard to love, not a bent heart or whatever you were thinking. Now, let's look at some words that have a different meaning from what they have nowadays. For example, echo. Now, normally we use echo to refer to the action of copying somebody when our voice bounces back to us. This echo, however, is a person. In mythology, Echo was a nymph who spent so long calling for her love that only her voice remains. This was how the ancient people explained echoes back then. Hello? Hello? Another word is wonton. No, not the soup. Wonton is actually a word that means a spoiled child or brat. Gee. Well, that's all the time we have for today on Grammar Nazi. So, have fun, speak right, write well, and Hal Grammar! Have a nice day.